Hello, everyone. I'm Guy Cavalcanti, co-founder of Artisan Asylum. I'm talking to you today about how to start a gigantic community in the blink of an eye. So we went from 1,000 to 9,000 to 25,000 square feet, from 2 members a month to 160 in a year and a half. And I want to give you kind of a primer on how to do that. So I am Guy Cavalcanti. I'm a professional roboticist, or at least was until I started doing this. My background is in dance instruction, DJing, event organization, storytelling, and adventuring. To put it mildly. Here's the point. It takes a lot to make something. You start with an idea, then you have to have the confidence to make it, the ability to design, the ability to plan, the ability to create. If any of those things are lacking, the availability of education, the availability of tools, availability of material, and then help if you need it, appreciation, motivation to keep going, and then maybe you have something. So what we had then is we had a dream for a shared working space. We had a 1,000 square foot space and a small allotment of tools. We thought 20 people would show up to the opening party. Around 100 did. So now, a year and a half later, we're in a 31,000 square foot space. We have $350,000 worth of tools and infrastructure, 20 to 25 classes a month, 120 monthly studio renters, and 40 members. All that in 1.5 years, jumping from 3 different locations. So the recipe for us and for me, force yourself to sink and swim. This is very important. 2, maintain a clear direction at all times. Trust others with really significant responsibility or else they won't buy in, and so on and so forth. Anyway, we'll go over them. All right, so first, prove you're serious. Get a 2,500-pound milling machine for $10,000 and place it in the corner when you have the opening party. People get the message. Then immediately ask for help to get yourself out of this mountain of debt. Number 2, prepare to sacrifice everything you might hold dear, including a social life, hobbies, regular breaks, and sanity. Yep. All right, so that's a reality as much as I like to joke about it. It is a very trying process. Look for help. So big dreams require a lot of work. This was my 25th birthday. 30 people got together, built a float, and floated a bouncy castle down the Charles that was 30 feet long by 11 feet wide. So if you give people real tasks, like bolt together the frame that will keep us from dying, they'll buy in. Make yourself uncomfortable. So our rent in our 1,000 square foot space was $1,200 a month, not a big deal. 9,000 square foot space, $4,000 a month. Can't pay that with our salaries. Tyler Street, where we are now, over $12,000 a month. You have to have that kind of pushing you. Next, push really hard. If your life isn't changing very dramatically, you're doing it wrong. For me, I just now got to the point where I could make my own projects in a space that I wanted just to make my own projects. Don't do all the work yourself, and if you do all the work yourself, it should kill you. So we have an infrastructure group, an operations group, marketing and outreach. There are all sorts of tasks that need to be going at the same time. So you should have a team or else you will die. Advertise honestly. Poor quality, high prices. Tell people both what you can do and what you can't. Tell people what you're working towards. Sometimes people are willing to forgive what you can't do if you're working towards it. But be as transparent as possible throughout the whole process. Cultivate community if you're working in a community type organization, so potlucks, internal events, community service, updates, and discussion. These are robot pants made in our DIY Secret Santa event last year. Take feedback. Complaint jar. All complaints must be written on bills, $1 or larger. Your job is giving people what they want in a responsible way that allows other people to also have it. So not responding to what people want gets you in trouble. Take big opportunities. Our 9,000 square foot space, we went from 1,000 to 9,000 square feet in 1 month because someone said, you know what, here's the space, you can have it one time only. And we had 100 people go to our opening party. So we used all of our savings, and we paid the first month's rent, and we said, ah! All right, so basically what you need to do is get to the point where you can say, what will get me back into a real life, right? That is what will end this whole thread of gigantic growth, and you'll be able to do your own thing. So, fastest Zen poem. Better stop short than fill to the brim. Over-sharpen the blade, and the edge will soon blunt. Amass a store of gold and jade, and no one can protect it. Claim wealth and titles, and disaster will follow. Retire when the work is done. That is the way of heaven. Lao Tzu, Dao Te Ching, chapter 9. All right, so again, what are we? We are Artisan's Asylum. We are a 31,000 square foot community workshop where you can learn welding, machining, metalworking, woodworking, electronics assembly, sewing, bicycle repair, and so much more, all in one space. We encourage you to take one of our 20 to 25 classes a month. Feel free to come to our website, send us an email, or give us a call, and I will pick up the phone. Thank you very much. This is Artisan's Asylum.